Hey guys, welcome back to Zakari Hikari. My name is Zach, and here we discuss everything related to manifestation, conscious manifestation, higher consciousness, Neville Goddard, the law of assumption, all that good stuff. Before I start, if you guys are sick of going around in the same circles, on the same hamster wheel, not understanding who you're being, and repeating the same patterns in your life, then feel free to reach out. Coaching's open, okay? So, today I have notes, and whenever I have notes, you know I'm about to get real. So buckle up and get ready. This is going to be a good one. I wanted to start today by talking about two clients who I had the same day this weekend. Okay? Two clients, two realities. One of the clients, the one who is the success story, I actually posted in the community tab. And she just said, oh my God, everything changed when I realized it was who I was being, and everything in my life just changed. She found the man of her dreams. Everything just came in, okay? So let's start with the two clients. Same day, different endings, although nothing's really an ending because nothing ever ends, but you know what I'm trying to say here, all right? So first was client A, and client A bought a 3-session package with me, and they used the first session back in February, and then waited until July to have the second call. And all the time between February and July, they were still in the same reality. They were still in the same story. They were trying to grin and bear it, trying to somehow expect a change when they weren't changing who they were being, okay? Because of this client, I've actually made a new policy on my site that all calls need to be used within 60 days. Because if you guys, I've seen this too many times. I had another client who did the same thing, and we spoke, but they thought, oh, I don't want to use the next session unless, I have some type of magical success or some type of success or whatever. And then they just keep going to worse realities, and they wake up, they're like, what the fuck happened? How did I get here? And then had they reached out, we could have nipped some things in the bud and adjusted it. So if you guys buy the calls, use them. I'm here to help you. That is the point. I'm here to walk you through the process. All right? I think 60 days is fair enough. I try to tell you guys not to blow through the calls, but at the same time, don't wait forever so your awareness just runs wild, okay? So this client, she was trying to tell the story. Well, I thought I shifted, and, I've manifested this guy back so many times, and we kept getting back together, and every time he comes back, he's not prioritizing me, and this and that and the other thing, and now he's ghosting me again, and now I'm in the same spiral doing the same thing again and again and again. All the while trying to tell herself that she's actually changed and worked on the self-concept. It's like your awareness is right there. I can see you're literally, this is where you are. This is why nothing's changing, because you're not changing. Okay? Client B, same situation, was trying to go after an SP, and the guy kept coming in, then kept leaving, and kept going in the same cycle again and again and again. But you can go look at the community tab. I have a quote here, but she just said, she realized it was never about him. It was about who she was being in relation to her reality. And the second she realized that it was never about him, boom, Mr. Magic just popped out of nowhere. The guy who she said in her own words is the perfect match for her. Like out of thin air. And now she actually is being the person who is actually expecting that. Expecting things to unfold in her favor, because that's who she's now claiming to be. Okay? She dropped the loop. She let go of the need. And within 3 days of us working together, boom, it shifted. Okay? So she wasn't chasing the guy anymore because she became the version of herself who no longer needed to do the chasing. She was the one who was pursued, and it wasn't an egoic, okay, I need this guy to chase me and prove himself to me. It was just, she's naturally the one who's magnetic in her reality and now being pursued. So that's when the real person showed up. No, better, clearer, no games, mutual communication, mutual respect, mutual love. All right? Not because she forced it, but because she finally stepped into who she was being. All right? So, this is the truth that you guys don't want to hear. Most people don't get rejected. Actually, no one really gets rejected, because rejection in and of itself is an awareness. It's a story you're telling. They just get proven right. Think about this for a second. They say they've shifted. Sorry, my camera, this stand, They say they shifted, but deep down, they're still waiting to be abandoned, right? In reality, because you are reality, it's going to obey you. It's going to reflect who you are actually being. It gives you the version of them that matches the version of you. Okay? And this isn't just about SPs. This is about clients and business. If you expect people to take advantage of you, if you expect people not to pay a fair price, if you expect people not to book you out, to not get clients, if you expect money doesn't last or money doesn't grow on trees or whatever fucking expectations you have, that is your reality. That's why you're seeing the story that you're seeing. Right? This loop shows up everywhere. It's not just about SP. In love, in sales, in your body, your worth, your DMs in your inbox. All of it is showing up based on who you are being. You get a taste. You get a taste of what you want. Yes, this is it. And then you start prepping for the crash. Right? The message, they leave you on read for a little bit longer. Or they something came up. Or they have to focus on something else, or all of a sudden, the client starts pulling back, or you start sensing resistance, or whatever the fuck it is. Quietly, subtly, that energetic shift that people talk about, your intuition, where you just knew it was going to happen. But I'm telling you, there is no intuition. It is you knowing your reality into being. You start telling those stories. You might not even be thinking it in words. You could just be thinking it in a feeling state or an expectation or your baseline state of consciousness, your dwelling state of what you're expecting to happen next. And reality, because you are reality and because there is no out there, is going to reflect it back to you perfectly, 100%. This isn't a game of cherry picking awareness. That's why all the fucking affirmations of just sitting there and doing robotic affirming. I just got the phone with another client right now, and she said she did robotic affirming. She manifested her SP back like 3 times, and every time it went to shit. And she works with those coaches who just say, just affirm it, just do this, just do that. But they're not teaching you to actually transcend and shift the consciousness. Which is, again, why I don't do coaching in the comments on this channel and why I don't give you guys a ABCD 1 to 3 step. Just do this to manifest your SP. Because that shit doesn't last, because it's who you're being. You need to actually, if you can do it on your own, fine. If you want help, fine. But you need to figure out where your awareness is. And then from there, transcend it to change it. What's the story? Okay? That's where the loop comes up. You don't even say it. You don't even necessarily think it. But in your bones, you flinch. And when you flinch, the mirror flinches. You start prepping. You start thinking that things are going to shit. You start trying to keep the thing. Well, maybe if I do this, or maybe if I act this way, or maybe if I get these clothes, or maybe if I do this and up this over here, or maybe if I act this way, or do this, or do that, or maybe if I send them this message, or how can I respond to this message, or how can I do this, or maybe if I withhold a little bit and make him come towards me, right? You start going through all this bullshit. And I'm telling you guys, the 3D did not betray you. It reflected you. It is a perfect mirror. Not the one you thought you were being, but the one you actually let walk in the room, the one that you're actually being, who you are actually being. You cannot trick awareness. It doesn't work that way. You can't trick God. It is you, and it's always going to be you. That version that still says, I hope they don't leave. I hope they book. I hope this holds. I hope this sale goes through. I hope this happens. I hope this happens. Oh my God, what if this doesn't happen? Oh my God, is this happening again? Oh my God, here goes the spiral. Oh, this is what happened last time with fucking Bob, and now it's happened with Joe and Tom and Andrew and fucking, blah, 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 blah. And you just keep going on in these circles. And then reality, just like that. And you say, oh, fuck, I knew it was going to happen. Because again, when hope is the root, reflection brings the fall. We're not basing our reality on hope. We're not basing our reality on we hope that this thing stays. We are becoming that person. We are becoming aware of who we've been. And then from there, you make that shift, and that is what brings everything in. But I can't, it's a person-to-person basis, guys, right? Like, it just is what it is. It's a individual journey. Like, you have your story, you have the past you went through, you have everything that you're dragging from back there to here. And unless you become aware of it, whether through me or someone else or by yourself, no book is going to give it to you. No one video is going to give it to you. No fucking magic affirmation is going to give it to you. No success story on Reddit is going to give it to you. It is you. Your reality is reflecting you. It's all you. The client who spiraled after she booked back in February and then let her 2 sessions, run for however long thinking she got it, right? She wanted to believe that she shifted. She wanted the loop to be over. But she never stopped being the person who was bracing for rejection, who kept receipts, right? Who double-checked the DM timestamps and was still sitting there expecting this person how long it's been. This is what happened last time. He ghosted last time. Now he's ghosting this time. He's withholding affection like this. So now he's going to hold it again. That version is always waiting for the fall. So she got it. The other client, she saw the pattern. She owned the state and she changed herself, not him. Neville, no one to change but self. And you change yourself by first becoming aware of what you're aware of. I don't know how else to say it. And that's what I do. That is the whole point of a coach. A coach is supposed to literally not sit here. I'm not here to make you guys give you this little dopamine hit and make you feel good for the day, but nothing shifts. I can't tell you how many coaches I paid, how many courses I paid for, how much shit I went through. And all it was just fluff and just making you feel really good in the moment. And then you hang up the call and it's like, what the fuck did I just talk about? And nothing changed in reality because I didn't change. How many of you have that story where you paid for a coach, you've gone from coach to coach to coach, but no one actually was fucking real with you and said, this is where your awareness is, this is a story you're telling, and this is why your reality looks the way it looks. And then actually gave you tools that were aligned to you to help you shift it. Instead, just saying, oh yeah, just be it, just affirm this, just assume this, just assume that. And the person comes in, the SP comes in, then they leave right away again because you didn't shift who you were. The other client, she owned her awareness, she shifted it. And then she realized that she was settling for some bullshit. Yeah, she could have had that SP if she wanted that SP, but she realized it wasn't, she wanted this. The man she imagined. She said, Zach, I thought about this guy. Like, I just had this vague image of this man months ago, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. And that's exactly what happened with me. That's how it works. But you gotta change yourself, guys. You got to change who you are for reality, for the mirror to change, because you are reality. You are reality. There's no other reality outside of your consciousness. And you're not aware of what you're even being aware of, and you're thinking you're stuck. And then reality just says, okay, here's more. Here you go. Guys, if your 3D keeps falling apart every time you bring the mirror close, right? It's not a curse. It's not sabotage. It's identity. It's reflection. And if you're still showing up as the version who thinks that things are fragile, that things aren't going to stay, that you're waiting for that other shoe to drop, or, people start actually shifting and then you're like, wait a second, that's not who they are, right? Like, and fragile, like you're thinking things are fragile. Well, fragile things break. They don't last, guys. This is what Neville talks about when he's saying you're not giving your power to the things. It's no one to change but self, your consciousness. It's you. And the biggest issue I see from everyone I talk to and why I'm getting success is because most people are not actually aware of where their awareness is. And they'll watch a video, they'll be like, oh yeah, I got it. And then they go in, and then all of a sudden they'll think that they're focused, and then the 3D does whatever the 3D does, and then they're right back to square one because they're still basing success on the 3D. They're still basing everything in their life of how well life is going on what's going on out there without ever changing who they are, so nothing out there can reflect back to them, guys. There's no healing required here. It's just identity. Like, you don't need to heal more. You don't need another round of fucking shadow work. You don't need to sit there and listen. No offense to JD, right? I'm not going to even say the name, but you don't have to sit there and do these fucking like new self affirmation tapes all fucking day to sit there in a loop trying to fix one version of yourself. You just need to become aware of who you're being. That's it, guys. You need to stop literally being the version who got left. You need to stop dragging that version around with you everywhere you go. Into every relationship, into every connection, into every sale, into every company, into every home, into every this, into every that. Whatever the story is. And this isn't just about SPs. This is about everything. Everything. Because the second you do that, the second you actually embody that person, reality will literally reflect it. And, oh, but will it happen in 3 days? But will it happen overnight? Will it happen in 12 hours? It'll happen when you stop fucking asking that question and become it. I remember I got another comment recently where someone says, you're always why are you so angry, doing air quotes and this and that? Guys, I'm not here to make you feel good, all right? I'm not here to sit here and just give you all the bullshit that I was fed all those years of just keeping you in a loop. Like, I'm just not. I'm here to go straight to the core of it. And I'm telling you, you're not going to get to the core. If you get to the core of their video, great, amazing, that's perfect. But if you're watching videos and you're still not getting it, then maybe you need to reassess why you're not getting it. Maybe it is time to have somebody actually look at your awareness for you, because that's where it locks in. But if you're not changing who you are, then nothing is going to change. Ever. It's going to be the same story again and again and again. Like, the second that you think you embody it and you're like, oh my God, I got it, but you actually haven't, reality is just literally going to mirror who you still are, and you're going to keep going through the same loop. Guys, they're not rejecting you. They are reflecting you. This is why it keeps looping, and it will continue to happen until you stop giving airtime to the person who expects it to keep happening. Like, that version doesn't need closure. They need to be fired. You need to be done with it, guys. Like, for real. You don't owe another soft landing. You don't owe another strategy of how to make it work. Like, you don't owe that version anything. Do I shift? Do I become this person? Do I become aware of the stories I'm telling? Do I become aware of everything in my life and actually keep deciding to choose? Do I actually want to embody this, or do I get this secret payoff from staying in the same loops? Right? Even though I know that I'm the victim, doesn't that victim mentality still release that little bit of dopamine that makes you feel addicted, that like you're getting some type of secret payoff that they talk about? Is that why? Is that why you hover around the videos and you go from video to video and you keep looking for the answers, and then you think like, oh my God, even though I've got it, I'm just going to watch this one other video because this just seems like it's calling out to me? Like, guys, come on. This is the moment. This is the real moment of power. This is a moment where most people scroll away, where they say, yeah, but my case is different. Where they DM a coach or leave a comment asking for one more technique or one more thing that's going to make it happen, right? But if you're still here, you know it's not about technique. It's not about the individual method. If you've been watching me for any length of time, this is about embodiment. This is about state. This is about identity. And if you're done flinching, if you're done playing the almost version of yourself who almost gets it, if you're ready to become the one it works for, the one who gets it and keeps it, where life actually responds to you as that version of you, then you already know what to do. You already know where to find me. I'm not here to convince you. If this hit, it hit. All right? If it didn't, then it's not time yet. And that's fine too. There's no judgment here, guys. But you know who you are. You know if this is setting something off inside you and you're done with the bullshit. I went through the fucking flames to try to make this as easy as possible. And I'm telling you, it is awareness. It is what you are conscious of, your reality. You are collapsing 3D time and space of infinite different energetic potentials through your first-person focused awareness into a one tangible 3D experience through your lens. But you're going to continue collapsing the same wave until you actually become aware of what wave you're even fucking collapsing. So if you're tired of the loop and you're ready to lock into that version of you who actually, like client B, got it, stayed there, and her reality reflected, doesn't question if it'll stay, if they'll book, right? If the shift is going to hold, then coaching's open. You know what to do. You know where to find me. Let's lock it in. Let's lock in the version who's already chosen. If you don't want coaching, lock it in anyways, guys. Like I've been kind of like baffled by all the comments. There's so many comments that come in on the channel just asking for free advice or asking for free help or asking for, but what about this? I'm going to give you one sentence or even a paragraph of my situation. Can you just tell me where my awareness is to change it? That's not how it works. I need to know who you, like, where it actually is in the grander scheme of things. All the information on YouTube is for free. But if you guys actually want to invest and get out of this fucking loop, then like figure out a way to be honest with yourself. I post all the successes that come in. Actually, I don't, because there's too many of them and I don't have time to go through all of them. But I post the ones that really hit me. And it's always the same theme. They chose who they were. And they became that version and embodied it. So if you're ready to embody it, let's go, guys. No more fucking playing around. All right? So, this was real Zach talk today. This was Zach, like, you know, fiery Zach, who's ready to just fucking go at it with you guys. Because I want you guys so much to just, you know, maybe it's trigger. Sure. But I just think of that version of me who went through all that fucking bullshit, who joined the Facebook groups, who paid for the YouTube membership channels thinking that there's this extra fucking secret out there to get. That signed up for the courses and then it was a sale on this course. If you buy 3 courses and you get the fucking 4th one free. Who paid for the fucking personalized affirmation tape. And then listened to it for 21 days. No. Listen to it for fucking like 6 months and nothing changed. Because I wasn't changing. And all those coaches out there, they feel the tap of, okay, well, let me just make this program or do this or do that. Or this is an easy way to do it. Let me make another SP video, or let me do this and do this. Let me come up with this technique that I just thought of in my imagination to try to get people to understand why it works. I'm going to draw a diagram to show you how it works. And I'm telling you guys, it is not that fucking complicated. You just find out who you are, you choose who you plan to be, and who you really are, and that's it. And you let the world conform. Okay? And if you guys are turned off by my, extra sassy style today, then I that's your own mirror to work with. But I'm here to shoot facts and tell the truth and get you guys out of fucking, like, repeat land. I just got an image of TV land, like back in the day on Nickelodeon. I don't get Nickelodeon in Japan, but that was my shit. I used to watch the Brady Bunch all the time, but that's a whole different story. Anyways, all right. So I love you guys. I'm going to leave it here. This video is for you know who you are. Okay? So I love you, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. All right?